What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cardano ADA today at the request of Kia and David. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. David had a specific request of me comparing Cardano versus Bitcoin, so we're going to do that at the end of the video and do just the standard price action stuff at the beginning here. So if that sounds good to you, again, hit that like button, you guys. Thank you all for being here. We're sitting at about 92.8 cents now. Cardano right below $1, just above 90 cents, finding support potentially on this 4-hour 123 moving average, the green line there. It might be finding support here. If not, it can go a little bit lower. That's fine. It doesn't seem like you respect this line too much. Yeah, you don't. So my expectation actually would be more likely that you don't find support. Oh, actually, yeah, there you go. I was about to say not right at the green line, but just below it, but I didn't see. Actually did go just below it, so that's okay. From a relative low to a relative high, a little bit lower would be the expectation. You're at 92.9 cents now. I think you go down to about 89.2 cents, if not down to 86.6 cents, somewhere in that range. I like that. Kind of culminates with this low back over here, right? You put a line right there at that low. It goes right in between this golden ratio range. So I like that. I think that you will see something like that. It does appear that ADA had a downtrend here with its highs, right? Lower highs on lower highs, and all you've done recently is break out, and now you're pulling back, maybe to back test that range. What would it be? Is that on your fibs right there? I mean, that'd be a little bit lower than your golden ratio. Maybe you do. Maybe you make a run all the way for like 83 cents. It could happen. Sometimes you do get these where you bypass the golden ratio, you go right for the 786, and you get an immaculate pump. Maybe. And in which case you could interact with this trend line as well, but I'm not counting on that. I'm not holding on that. All I'm trying to do by identifying this trend line is that you've broken above it, you're pulling back, you're likely going to find a higher low and build from there. If you're building from there, and I think that you are building from there, likely you'll see the next phase up of this overall move, which if we take last cycle's high here to the cycle low that we have, the next phase of this overall move would be up to the 786, 886 area. Being that you're at your golden ratio now, okay, you went to your, from your low, you went to your 382, 236 area, found resistance there. You actually went all the way up here to your 382.5 area to be fair, but you went down. Then you came up, you found resistance here, you came down, and now you're going to go back up probably to the 236, or sorry, 786, 886 area is my expectation. So that'd be around $1.80 to $2.35. You're at 92, 93 cents right now with the expectation of going a little bit lower. $1.82 to $2.34 is the target area. Okay. If that's the target area, that would imply that from here, ADA can grow anything from about 100% to 150%, and I like that. Let's see if we were to do this in a measure move from the bull flags kind of perspective, from a low here to the high there. The measure move would be something of on the lines of about $3.16, and I like that as a target too. So I would say personally, anything from about $1.82 to $3.16 is fair game, and I know that that's a big range. I really do like the specific area more so of about $2.35 to about $3.20. I really do think that this move for Cardano could press all-time highs. You might even see slightly higher highs. You might get to new all-time highs on this move by the end of February. Time will tell, but I do want to do one more fib real quick and see if it lines up with anything, and then we could talk about Cardano versus Bitcoin. High to low here. I don't know, man. I mean, that I think the minimum target as of now, you're at 92.8 cents. The minimum target should be $2.05, and I really do suspect that you will see about $3, probably $3.10 to $3.20. I do suspect you'll see that. If not, at least $2 to $2.35, somewhere in that area. Okay. Let's compare this thing to Bitcoin now. Yeah, weekly RSI looks killer. Monthly RSI looks great. 3-day time frame looks fine too. Yes, you've got a little bit of a downtrend right now, or a down move now, but that's okay. I think you're fine, man. You've had it before in this trend where you had a slightly lower low right here, and that's right before you went off. So let's get a slightly lower low now and go off. It doesn't matter. It's okay. You can have a bearish engulfing candle and still rip afterwards. Just depends on where you are, like throughout your whole range, right? It's not these little moves that matter. It's the whole thing. It's the whole enchilada that matters. And right now, you're finding higher lows in this enchilada, higher highs too. So I think you're going to move up. I think you're going to get another reading in that overbought zone. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to lead you up to your all-time high areas, if not new all-time highs itself. But let's compare this thing to Bitcoin now and be done with it. ADA, USD. Actually, we can just do BTC, can't we? ADA versus Bitcoin here. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I like that you're above the green line on the 3-day time frame. You back tested it for support, finding support on the 50 as well. That's nice. This is ADA versus Bitcoin, so it's not versus US dollars, right? It just means that it's gaining value versus Bitcoin or losing value versus Bitcoin. And over time, it's lost value versus Bitcoin, but recently speaking, it's done pretty damn well for itself. Might be starting a new trend. That's a rather bullish looking 3-day RSI. Weekly RSI also looking bullish. Higher highs, higher lows, looking very bullish. You might be setting up for an inverse head and shoulders here, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, maybe. I don't know. Just saying. You're probably going to move out soon. I don't know if it is an inverse head and shoulders. I wouldn't count on that. But if we look at the overall high here back in 2021 to the low here, you hit the 382, pulled back to your 236. You're moving up, man. Yeah, you're gonna gain some value here, David. I hope you're watching this, my friend. About 125% to 172% versus Bitcoin. That could be your end of cycle stuff, or maybe you could be even higher. I don't know if you go above this by the end of the cycle. It's possible. But yeah, man, Cardano's looking like the better play versus Bitcoin from here on through the rest of the cycle, at least, right? At least 125% to 172% in growth, right? You know what that means. So like if Bitcoin were to grow 500% and Cardano were to grow 500%, this chart would stay exactly where it is. But if it were to move up here, that would imply if Bitcoin moves up 500%, Cardano moves up 500%, and then an extra 168%. So it's a little bit extra there, right? That's nice to see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Or is that what that would mean? Have I been doing my math wrong this whole time? Let me think. Right? Because if it was 500 and 500, no. So I have been doing my math wrong. Yeah, I have been doing my math wrong, because if it was 500 and 500 and then this thing moved up 168% after that, it'd be doubling its value versus Bitcoin, right? I don't know, man. I'm getting all stuck up on that. Maybe I'm not doing the math wrong. I don't know. All that to say, though, guys, without the ending there, I think that Cardano is going to gain value versus Bitcoin. I very much do think it is. Somebody help me out with the math in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Bye.